Very good evening, team. So today we are conducting mock interview session for the persons who is having 3 to 5 years of experience. So here we have a Tarun. Hi, Tarun.
Hi, sure.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you, sure?
Yeah, good, good. Going on, good. Okay, so let us start our mock interview session. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, definitely. My full name is Tarun Kumar. I am from Madhubani. I have done my engineering in Bangalore. I'm a BE graduate. I have around 12 years of experience under IT and ERP domain, on for which earlier around 7 years of experience I have worked under testing domain for Concur Technologies, and after which I have worked for around 5 years of experience under SAP MM Functional Consultant at SAP Labs, under which I have worked for one implementation, a couple of the support projects, AMS related, and the testing specific, the fourth project it was under S4HANA implementation. This is all about me, and thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, okay. Nice. You have very good experience. Okay. So, what are your roles and responsibilities you have done with respect to implementation project?
Sure. My roles and responsibilities, I was mainly involved from the start of the activate methodology under the discover phase, where I was having multiple workshops with the business, understanding their business, whatever they were doing, and we were uh, how could we translate those earlier business processes to our SAP's standard best practices one. So for this regard, and also to bring them to a level where they could uh, um, talk to us in a more friendly manner, and also talk to their pain points, talk to their difficult situations. So all those I was involved in the workshops under the discover phase. Now coming over prepare and explore phase, I was mainly involved with BPML document creation, KDS document creation, and also getting to know the gap analysis in case any of the pain points which won't be covered by the standard way, and also FSD creation in case of the any custom related requirements if the business have, and under realize phase, if I'm feeding up all the configurational related data into the dev system, and upon receiving the QAS system by the basis team, we used to also ensure all the standards, T codes and tables are feeded into the QAS system. And we also used to write up the training materials for the UAT people from the business side, and also bringing them to a level where they could easily perform UAT related stuff. And I was also involved for cutover activities, under which we used to do all the data related activity cleansing, formatting, and once the cutover activity is to start, we were involved into migration phase also. This is all about the roles and responsibility. Thank you.
Okay, so very good. Uh, you have done all the work from discover phase to go live, right?
Correct.
Okay, so when it comes to explore and discover phase, have you heard about Sandbox system and golden client?
Yes.
So what it is?
The sandbox system basically is the development system under which we would be doing all the doing all the standard and configurational related data. We would be adding it, and also the golden client under the development system, under which all the major standard and configurational related data will be under this.
Okay, so here one small correction. The sandbox system normally used to create the prototype configurations to show up to the business. And the golden client is an original client where the development client where you are going to do the actual configurations. So normally the sandbox is for the rough sketch, what we can say. So okay, so in the sandbox
Sure,
you can do few configurations and you can show it to the mm, business at the time of WITCAP workshops.
sure, sure.
Okay, so you have worked in implementation project, right? So you have been part of data migration also. So what it is data migration, why it is required?
Although I was involved for a greenfield S/4HANA implementation end to end, so where my business were earlier having non-SAP ERP under which they were performing their business processes, and now to migrate them to the S/4HANA side, we will have to go ahead with so some of the migration work for the master data and some of the open items, for example purchase orders or any contracts which is in the open state. So
Mm-hmm.
some of the migrations we had to do for which we had used migration cockpit under with that tool we had migrated the all the master datas and some of the open items to towards the S/4HANA side.
Okay, 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 good. So can you explain the price determination process in the PO, how the price is going to be fetched and what is the configurations behind the price determination process?
Yeah, if I go ahead with the configurational part of this price determination, it starts with the condition table creation that will be done using the T code M/03. Upon that, we will be going ahead with access sequence creation. That will be done using M/07, under which we will be assigning the condition table. Then the third step would be to go ahead with create condition types. Under that, we would be assigning the access sequence, and the condition type creation would be through the T code M/06. Now the fourth step is to create the pricing procedure that would be done through the T code M/08. And under this we would be assigning all the condition types that we had created earlier. Now we will be going ahead with schema for the vendor, the schema group for the vendor creation that will be done through OMFN. Now the schema group for the purchase org creation that will be done through OMF uh, M, and whatever the schema group for the vendor will be created, that will be assigned to one of the vendor, which will be used for the PO creation or the condition record adding. Now we will be going ahead with the the T code OMFP, under which we would be assigning the schema group of purchase org with purchase org. And the last step would be to assign the schema group for vendor, schema group for purchase org with the pricing procedure that will be done through OMFO. Once all these configurations are done, now it is the time to add the condition record using O, OM, OME,
That's MEK1.
yeah, MEK1. Under that, we will be adding the condition table, condition record for whichever organizational data we are going to use. For example, the relation we are going to procure some of the material specific one from this vendor, so we will add that vendor and material combination for the condition record. And once this is added up, and as soon we create the PO with this exact combination, and if the condition matches, it will be fetching up all the condition types which we had added up earlier into the conditions under item details. For example, PB00 for gross price, PBXX for manual entry price for gross one, and then FRA one for all those the freight related, and there are some other for tax and discount related also.
Okay, okay, very good, very good. So here, one thing you need to remember that in the calculation schema, there will be a 16 fades. You should remember those fades also. Okay. So
Sure,
most of
sure.
the time, the interviewer going to ask those fades also. Okay. So you have worked in support project also, right?
Right, right.
Okay. So what was your roles and responsibilities in the support project?
Um, Under support projects, my roles and responsibility were revolving around as soon the we used to receive the business tickets, whatever the requirements the business had, we used to basically analyze the ticket, understand it in a thorough manner. Upon understanding that, we used to have a discussion with the seniors managers, and also used to work on the ticket to save. And once the ticket work is done, we used to save that into the TR. And upon ensuring the changes looking good in the dev system, we used to release the TR using SE01 T code. And after having approval from the managers, we used to request the base system to transport the data to QoS, and we used to test the change in the QoS system, and also provide KT to the business users, so that they could do the UAT part. And upon receiving their sign off on the UAT part, we used to request back the basis team to push the change to the PRD system.
Okay, so this is when, so at what situation you are going to do all the so activities like configurations, TR movement. So in which level ticket? So what is the level of the ticket? What is the criticality of the ticket?
Generally, on the L2 level, when these all comes up, if it is doable by the functional scope, then we will be able to do all the configurator change and save it in the TR. In case some of the custom related requirement, if it comes from the business side, and if only the functional scope is not enough, then we will have to go ahead with the technical consultant. Also, we will be doing collaboration with them, talking to them how could we accomplish this requirement. And with the help of technical consultant, they will do the coding thing to ensure which of the customer exit or body or any of the user exit to be used. Upon having all that, they will give back to us. We will do enough validation testing, and upon that, if all things looks good, then we will request base system to push to the PRD system.
Okay, okay. So when you are talking with the TR, right, transport request, what is mean by CR and WR, customization request and workbench request?
Basically, from MM functional side, we would be doing any change, configurator change, would be saving under the customizing request. And whatever the technical part like ABAP code, anything will be done by the developers or by the ABAPers. They would be saving that under a workbench tier.
Okay, correct. So what are the enhancements you have carried out so far? Can you explain any one with example? One
uh,
enhancement. Yes.
yes, yeah, sure. So one of the requirement which had come from the business side to have a custom field on the purchase order header level for one of the project they were going to have for a customer, and they wanted to uh, procure related materials. So that they want to had they wanted to have a track of it, which all materials are being procured to facilitate this project. So for that, we had to come up with the FSD creation, under which that there were three categories. The business requirement used to document the exact purpose, what is the requirement of the customer, and which all the users would be using this, which all transaction code would be used for this custom field uh, um, popping up, and then the functional specification that is to tell us where exactly in the PO header level this custom field would be coming up, which all tables will be used, which all fields would be used, which of the append structure would be used for the table, and then next which of the customer exit or body we are going to pick for this requirement, and the validation part, so the positive one and also the negative one, although this was going to facilitate only numeric characters, so but we also used to ensure the special character and the alpha character should not be allowed. And the reporting side, since this change was being done on the PO header level side, we also had to bring up that into the reporting side, where ME2L, ME2M TT code. So when we issue on the in the options side, this custom field also had to be appearing up. So by this custom field itself, if the business want to populate the report, it we also the business also wanted to have this. So with all this requirement, we had to go ahead with the FSD creation, and at the end we did it and facilitated all the requirements given by the business.
Okay, 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 right. Okay, so have you worked with ABAP in any project and why they required?
Yeah, as we discussed the last thing, for the business requirement, we had to basically sit with the developers to analyze which of the exact customer exit or which of the exact bodies will be used to facilitate this business requirement. So we basically came up with one of the close match bodies, which we went ahead with. And for that specific need, I had to basically work with the technical consultant.
Okay, okay. So what are the difference between flexible workflow and release strategy, where it is used?
The release strategy basically used on the ECC side. The flexible workflow is basically used on the S/4HANA side. The difference between these two, the mainly are on the release strategy, the maximum level of codes we can use up to is 8. On the flexible workload, there is no there we can go with n number of approvers. This was one of the main difference. The second difference is the release strategy is done on the on-premise system. This flexible workflow yeah, can be installed on the mobile also. Means we can install Fiori, under which all the workflow item will be coming up under the inbox, and that can be used over the fly also. So and this can be applied to on-premise, private cloud, public cloud, both of them.
Okay,
So
okay,
these were the main differences.
okay. So normally the flexible workflow used in S/4HANA and the release strategy also we can use it in S/4HANA, but yeah, as a latest development, most of the business are going to use flexible workflow in S4 and the normal release strategy in ECC.
Right, right.
So what are the configurations to be carried out for vendor creation via PPT code? Because you have experience in S/4HANA. So can you explain? So what are the configurations we need to do?
All right. So we basically, if I talk from the vendor account group creation, which is the first prerequisite, we'll have to go ahead with vendor account group creation, and the number range assignment to it. Once that is done, we will under BP, the configuration which is mainly required is defining the grouping and assigning that grouping with some of the number ranges, Once that is done, then we will go ahead with BP role creation, which will be for the vendor side FLVN00 and FLVN01, and that we would be assigning with the BP grouping side. And once these are done, whatever the BP grouping we have created, that will be assigning with the account group, vendor account group assignment. Once these things are done, we can go ahead with BPT code, and we can create the vendor under which, once we use triple zero triple zero for general data adding, we will be adding up all the addresses and vendor related info under this, and the general info under this. The next role is FLVN00, under which we would be assigning the company code level data, and under FLVN01, under which we would be assigning the purchasing related data. Once these things are done, we can go ahead and use this BP as a vendor.
Okay. Okay. So what are the tables associated with the business partner?
The table which are associated with business partner are BUT 000 for BP general data, and BUT 100 for BP roles data.
Okay. So how the activate methodology is different from ASAP methodology? How many steps we have in activate and in ASAP methodology?
In activate methodology, it starts with discover phase, then it goes ahead with prepare, then it goes ahead with explore, then it goes ahead with realize, and then at the last deploy. So
Okay.
these were on the activate methodology. And with the SAP one, basically I have not worked on the SAP side, but generally it contains with a business blueprint, which is similar to the prepare phase and the explore phase, up to this I am aware.
Yeah. So in activate methodology, almost all the steps you have told correct, but in ASAP methodology, we have four steps. First one is
Yeah, I'm
blueprint.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm able to recall now. For the ASAP methodology, we have starting from the project preparations,
Mm,
and then it will be going with business blueprint,
mm,
and then the realization.
mm.
The fourth one would be final preparation, and the fifth one would be go live and support.
Yes. So here we have only four steps in ASAP. So first one
Right.
is preparation, second one is blueprint, third one is sprint realization, fourth one is go live and support.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yes. Okay, so what are the difference between S4HANA and SAP ECC with respect to material management module?
Okay. 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 So since you asked with regard to the material management, but prior to that, I will also give
Mm,
the infrastructure related, the difference between ECC over HANA is,
yeah.
the ECC side, the databases is up to the business, whatever of their like, they can use it. For example, Oracle or DB2. On the HANA side, the database is basically provided by the SAP side, which is HANA. The HANA is much more faster than the ECC. The ECC databases basically works on the DBMS uh, functionality. On the HANA side, it works on in-memory database. That is the main reason the HANA side is much faster. On the ECC side, the infrastructure wise, we have only on premise. On the HANA side, as for HANA side, we have on premise, private cloud, and public cloud. Now, if I'm coming over the databases related, so for material, we have MKPF, MSEG, and different MARA, MARC, MARD. All those have been simplified over HANA side, where the table name is MatDoc, and the ACDoc A. So these are the main two tables which will be taken care with material related data. On the technical aspect of the ECC, we could go ahead with number range creation up to the limit 18 on the ECC side, where on the HANA side this number is going up to the 40. So these were the main differences on the table side, the technical side, and the T code side. If I could talk about with regard to the on the ECC side, we for vendor creation we used XK01, change and display using XK02, XK03. On the HANA side, it is BP. For with BP we can do everything. On the on the ECC side, with regard to the GR posting and all the transfer request related stuff, we used to use MB1A, MB1B, MB1C related T codes that have been simplified over HANA with just one T code, which is MIGO. These were the main differences.
Okay. So here you can say one migration tool also, like
Yes,
plus
migration tool.
NW and LTMC. So that
Right,
is
right,
also one difference you can say.
right. Sure.
Okay. Have you worked with any integration?
I have worked with WM side
Mhm.
where on the physical inventory document creation, whatever the storage location we were using, that had been basically been provided by the WM side, and as soon we create the physical inventory document with regard to that storage location, it used to trigger a transfer requirement that used to notify the WM side people, and upon that they used to go ahead and physically do the stock counting, and upon that whatever the number they were saying, so we both used to uh, collaborate and use the T code MI04 to enter the count, the actual count, and once all things look good, we used to post the difference using MI07. So these were the times where we were collaborating with the WM people. We also had to collaborate with FI side people, where for the material master creation, the evaluation classes, account category references, the evaluation control, all these had to be provided by the FI side people. So we had to basically work with them. Also for the GL account entry under OBYCTT code for account determination purpose, we also had to work with the FI people. And for the SD side people, we also had to work with SD side people for STO related transfers. The plan to plan transfer, we had to work with SD side.
Okay. Okay. So can you explain about one function specification document and what is its significance? Already, when you are explaining one customization, you have briefed about the FS document, right? So
Right.
can you go into that and explain what are the steps we need to follow in while creating the FS document, and so why we need to create the FS document?
Basically, the need of creating FSD comes only when something cannot be achieved via the standard way. Whatever the SAP has provided, if that cannot, whatever the business is requesting, if that cannot be facilitated by the standard SAP standard way, then only we go ahead with the custom related changes as per the business requirement. This is the whole idea why we go ahead with FSD creation. Under this, we basically define what is the exact business requirement is, what is the purpose of it, who are the users going to use it, which are the T codes under which this would be coming up. For example, I gave earlier about the custom fields. So which all are the T codes, for example, ME21 and 22 and 23, and under which the custom codes has to be populating, and also the the exact where in the PO header level the screen location is the thing which will have to define the tables and the field name under for this purpose, which all the tables will be used, which all fields will be used in case we have to add any custom field or append structure, anything related stuff. We'll have to go ahead with these data, which all the customer exit in case we are going with customer exit or body or any other thing, for example user exit, that also will be defining under this FSD, the value validation part, and the reporting side, which all the TT codes will be used for the reporting side and where this field would be coming up. So everything used to be documented under FSD, and that is what to be transferred to the technical consultant side, that they would be converting this FSD to technical specification document.
Yeah, so normally the FS document is an document where it gives overall details about the customization, what you are going to do, what is the requirement, and so what is the changes you are going to do, what are all the fields you are going to use. So everything you need to mention in FS document, and then only the ABAPer is going to understand what he has to do, right? Yeah, very good. What are all the incidents you have faced appear difficult, and how did you resolve them? This is one last question, and then we can stop.
Okay, okay, sure. So some of the challenges which we faced, the at the time of discover phase, mainly understanding the business requirement, we were the customer, the business were in a dilemma whether to go at, since we explained them the what is the use of the inbound delivery, and since they had a very good warehouse, and they were also having the WM side people, so we differentiated them the two businesses which SAP has. One is POGR, and after the PO we can directly go ahead with GR facility, or in case if the warehouse side it is slightly tight and they want some upfront notification from the vendor side, so that their facility, the warehouse thing, the storage location, the manpower, everything, if they want some time to basically prepare with, then we advise them to use inbound delivery, where prior to that the vendor would be sending the plant the advanced shipping notification, and upon that the inbound delivery would be catered by the users, and that is what the is the thing which will provide the notification to the WM side, so that they'll have a couple of days or 3 4 4 days based on the agreement, that they will have some time off to prepare for the GR purpose. Once the goods used to come to the plant, they used to do the GR. So this was one of the challenge which we advised them, the BP business. So they basically went ahead with the PO inbound delivery, and then the GR process.
Okay, so when you are mentioning that inbound delivery, how it is created, in which transaction it is going to be created?
So this would be basically created with VL3031N. Once we create this, and after creating this, the WM side people would be basically getting some time to prepare for the warehouse management thing
Okay,
with
so
the
okay, that's correct. So where do you monitor the inbound delivery list? So in which transaction you will get that details?
um basically this would be created with um
So the list, inbound delivery monitoring list. So how many inbound deliveries are pending, and so why it is pending? So is there any errors? So how you are going to get it?
Uh, this one
Yeah, so
I
here
will
we
need to.
have two transactions, VL06I or VL06IF. So you can use this transaction code to get all the inbound delivery materials,
Okay, okay,
monitoring.
sure.
Yeah, okay. So nice mock by Tarun, right? It was a very good attempt.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ashok.